Hi and welcome back to FindersBeepers History Seekers on the catch-up video. You know, I love these videos. I really look forward to them. And this one is no exception. And that's because it freaked me out. And I've been waiting for this video to come round because I knew how much it was going to be the same for you. The sounds, the feeling of the place, everything. I'm not going to lie. I've walked in this building and I don't like it. I want to leave. I instantly want to leave, and I can't really explain why. I don't feel comfortable here, and I don't know whether it's because I don't know what that noise was then. Sounded like a girl. It might be him. I think it's him. I'm so on edge. I don't know whether it's because it's after midnight, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm here by myself in the middle of nowhere, in pitch black. It just seems off. This place just seems off, and I don't know what it is, and I don't like it very much. Now, we got all sorts of comments of how scared you were, how nervous you felt, how your anxiety was just like blowing your head off. And I get it, I totally get it. But one question, do you think you could go in that place and stay there? When you heard the noises, could you stay there, or would you be gone out the door? Or would you not be there in the first place? I always wonder this, is it just me, like, am I stupid for staying? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Now, before we get into your theories and the ghosts and the bangs and the whether it was somebody downstairs, whether it was a ghost, whether it was a bat, whether it was whatever, we'll get into that in a minute. But the next thing up was the window and the strange outbuilding. Oh, look at these windows. What is this? What is this place we're walking into? This is all a bit bizarre, isn't it? Oh, look, it's on next to the door as well. Oh, look at it in here. Oh, there's an organ there, look. This is like a lot older stuff that's probably come out of the house before all the 70s stuff has gone in and 80s stuff. But these windows are good, aren't they? I do like these. They're really good. Now, quite a few of you recognise the design of the windows in the outbuilding as, I always get his name wrong. Is it Charles Rennie Mackintosh? George Rennie Mackintosh? I think it's Charles Rennie Mackintosh. It's Rennie Mackintosh anyway, the window designs, and they are lovely windows. Why were they in that barn or shed or whatever? It just didn't seem to fit. It felt like they were too good to be there. It was really strange. And a few of you commented the same as well. Look at it in here. Oh, I like that fireplace. Still don't like it in here though. Feel like someone's going to walk out round that corner any minute. Don't like this. Look at all the brass. I know people had different ideas of what was good. And obviously if you're into your horses and your farming and ploughing, although I didn't know you went and did your ploughing in your Sunday best, but I sort of get it because of that, I suppose. All your horse brasses and things, but it's such a nightmare to keep clean. One of the other things you guys sort of picked up on was how clean the house was, how dust-free the house was, and I agree with you. You know what, at the time, I sort of thought it, but I didn't really take it on board. And looking back now, it was very tidy and very clean. However, I know for a fact this place has been empty for at least 4 years. Now, there was a comment on there that it was somebody that had moved out 5 years ago. And they put the details on there. I don't know if I'm able to find the comment again. I'll have a look because there's lots of comments this week. But I'll try and find it. Like I said, the person that gave me the location went there 4 years ago, so I know it's been empty from then. I didn't actually think I was going to make this location, so I may have passed this on to a certain other pair of YouTubers, which he kind of picked up on, and then I went myself. So yeah, they may have got that from me. But yeah, glad you enjoyed it anyway, because I really did. And sort of seeing it so clean is very, very strange. Very strange. Something just went past me out of the corner of my eye. I saw something black. I'm just making up shadows in my head. Now, another thing somebody picked up on, and a lot of you, as usual, were talking about how Bear was shaking, and we've covered that before. He does shake. It's one of those things. There's a little fly in here. It's doing my head in. Keep seeing it just going across quietly in front of me. It's doing my nut. But yeah, Bear shakes. He does. But people mentioned that there was a bat or something that flew down the stairs. Now, I seem to remember I mentioned seeing something dark out of the corner of my eye going through a door, and it could have been that. It could have been a bat, it could have been a bird, but people were saying maybe that's why Bear was barking. However, if you remember back into a previous video, there was a bat flying round the roof, up and down, and Bear was watching it. He wasn't barking. He was interested in it, but he doesn't bark at bats. He doesn't bark at birds. He only barks at people. Bloody hell, this is horrible. Right, where do we go next? In here. Oh yeah, you know, the smallest room with only one way in and one way out. Great. Jesus Christ. Right, let's have a look. I need to listen to that footage back to see. Bear! What the fuck? What the fuck? Bear, what? What? Why did you do that? Bear, stop doing. What happened to you then? He got to there. I don't know if I was filming him. I think I was. And he just shot towards me. Oh God, I am shitting my pants. Right, next up is a weird one, a very, very weird one. And I have just sat for a good 20 minutes slowing the footage right down on this clip to try and work out what the hell's gone on. In my head, it's got to be something quite simple, but I don't know now. So there's a coat hanger. Well, there isn't a coat hanger. This is the point. When we first walk into the room, there is nothing on the floor. And I've slowed it right down and I can't see anything. I've scanned the room, scanned the chairs on top of the heater, everywhere I can think where it could have been, like maybe sat on top, and Bear's knocked it off and it's made him jump. But then, all of a sudden, it's in the middle of the floor. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bear, what? Now, in normal circumstances, I would think that's just fallen from somewhere. But I have searched around and I can't see it. And then the thing that's weird about it is, straight after that, Bear growls, looks downstairs, and there's a bit of a noise downstairs as well. So just after Bear poos himself and the coat hanger appears, there's a very strange noise. And then Bear growls. What is that all about? I don't even get what that is. I don't get it. Now, even if it was somebody lobbing it upstairs, it couldn't go up the stairs, round the corner and hit the floor next to my feet without me noticing it. So how has it got there? Actually, I've just thought where that coat hanger could have come from. There is that there, which I noticed. Something's going to drop out of there in a minute and just murder us both. And you know what? I'll be totally honest. If I was the person watching this and I was trying to work out what it could be, my first thought would be, has Matt chucked it behind him, and it's made Bear jump? Because that makes sense. That would make sense. However, you've got to admit, I ain't got them with me, but I've got a torch in one hand on a stick, and I've got a camera in the other hand. Now, I could have it under my armpit, but you'd either see the torchlight moving. I don't know how I'd really do it. I either might have it on my head and flick it back. There's no way I can do it without jerking the camera and to hit Bear and know where he is because he's behind me. I couldn't do it. So for me, that discounts that. Obviously, I know that I've not done that, but I'm just trying to think of your point of view and maybe people that are a bit sceptical of what's happened. So I'm trying to put myself in that position to think, what could it be? Was it me? I know it wasn't, but you don't. So therefore, how can we sort of say it didn't happen? And obviously, like I said, I've got some right random things on this table. So say if it was under my arm here, I would literally have to go like that in order to chuck it backwards. If it was on my head, which I've just walked up the stairs, walked around, so I'd have to be pretty good to balance it on my head while doing everything and then go. See, didn't even go backwards. It's quite hard to do. So it's not that either. If it's in my hand, so if it's in my torch hand, for example, and I'm going like this, you'd see the light, you'd see the shadows change and everything. That doesn't happen. And if it was in the same hand as the camera, then I've got no hope, have I? So it's not that. Obviously, I know it's not that. And I feel like I'm over-explaining it now, but I'm just trying to do it just to, I don't know, disprove what I know people might be thinking. So that's that. I can't think that it's somebody that's unless there's some sort of Australian boomerang champion that can whiz it round a corner and get it perfectly in the right spot. It can't be that. Bear could have got it hooked on his collar, but where has it come from? It's not been sat on top of anything that I can see. I thought it was on the floor at first next to the heater, but that's a wire for the heater. So where has it come from? How did it get there? I have no idea at all, but I know you're amazing for spotting it because I'd not seen it. So really well done for that spot. Right, so now, after saying I thought it might have come from the ceiling through the hatch and it could have come from here, it could have come from there, I actually think it's there in the first place. I just think, I've got all over me, dog hairs. I think it's just because it's so black, you can't see it. But there's something there. And I'll show you now. And it's up to you. You can decide. But I actually think it is there. You just can't see it very well. Right. Have a look and see what you think. I've slowed it right down. And you can't notice it at first. But if you look really carefully, there's something there. Definitely something there. So I've screenshot it on my phone. Zoomed in even more. And then I've drawn round what I think it is. Now that definitely looks like a coat hanger to me. I might be wrong. Tell me what you think. Is that the coat hanger right there underneath? Right, up next is just generally the bangs, the noises, the whispers, well, there wasn't a whisper, was it like a hissing noise, somebody said. A few people have said hissing noises. When I opened the Bible, suddenly there was that which is a bit weird. And so didn't somebody say that they thought someone with asthma was stood next to me, or with a bad cold, or something like that as well? As far as I'm aware, nobody's been since. this? What is this? I don't think it is it looks the size of a Bible, but I don't know if it is. Oh, it is. Holy Bible. Oh, here we go again with these. Right, so MDCCC is 1800. 1862. This is from Old and New Testaments. I don't like it in here. Oh look, it's me and Andy. I don't know, I'm helping him into an abandoned building apparently. I don't know what I'm doing with that other hand there. It's quite concerning, isn't it? Bear, don't make it any scarier than it already is. Please. I'm on edge here as it is, mate. I really am. But yeah, look at the size of the writing.
So there's quite a lot of people that heard quite a lot of different noises. And typically, Bear's decided he's now going to play with his ball.
Why do you always do it? Look at the state of this floor. Look at this floor. Why do you always do it?
When I'm filming. Eh?
What? Why? Why do you always start when I'm filming? And why is the cleaner not been in here and cleaned the floor for about 6 months? These are the questions we need to know the answers to, Bear.
So yes, noises, bumps, bangs, hisses, weird, strange noises. Where did they come from? No idea is the answer. If you asked me at that point, when I was in there, what it was, somebody had come in downstairs. Well, when do I ever go downstairs going, hello?
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 And I was getting angry. I was scared. I was very scared. I'm not going to lie, I was very scared. But my main emotion wasn't fear. It was actually anger because I was pissed off. I thought, right, I'm in here. It's actually a really nice place. And there's somebody taking the piss. They're doing something downstairs to wind me up. So I wanted them to feck off and leave me alone. So then to go downstairs and there was nobody there is weird. Somebody thought that they might have gone in the window or legged it out of the window, but then there was noises after that. There was noises that seemed to be really close to me. So I don't know. We have these conversations all the time. Is it a ghost? Is it a person? Is it just a random noise on the camera? Is it a tree outside hitting the roof in the wind? But the thing is, the noises were all different. They all came from different places. So for me, it can't just be a tree banging up against a roof, because if it was, you'd hear the same repetitive noise. You'd hear the wind outside, and yeah, it was quite a windy day, but not so windy that the trees were falling down. And then, like I said, noises from downstairs, noises from upstairs, little weird noises. None of it makes sense. A lot of you thought paranormal. So many of you commented paranormal. And I'm not going to comment because I don't know. It seemed like it was. When you're in an old house, you know what it's like yourself when you go to a new place and go and stay there. You hear every creak, every noise. So your senses are going to be heightened, and you are going to think, oh, it's like a monster or a ghost or something like that. That's natural. However, I don't know how to explain it any other way than that, because it wasn't a person, because Bear would have found him. So I don't know. I really, really don't know what to think. You'll make your own mind up on it. I'm never going to force down the paranormal down your throat, because at the end of the day, we're not a paranormal channel. We'll never be a paranormal channel, however many people ask us to be, and to go and do like things with flashy boxes and bears with flashy eyes and little stick men walking about. It ain't going to happen. It'll never happen. I might go out with someone else that wants to do that just for a one-off, but it will never be a thing on this channel, ever. It's never going to be that. So if that's what you want it to be, it ain't going to be that. However, the people that don't want it to be that, don't worry. But if I come up against something that needs questioning, a noise, a sound, a shadow, I don't know, suddenly get scratches across my face, which is not going to happen, let's be honest. Then then I'll question it. I'll talk about it, but I'm not going to say what I think it is, definitely, because I'll let you make your own mind up on that. Which brings me to something else that I didn't really want to talk about, if I'm being totally honest, but enough people have questioned it that I sort of need to mention it.
What's this over here, look? True friendship. A friend is one who knows all about you and loves you just the same. I felt like, I'm not even going to say what I felt then. Don't like that. Don't like that. It's all right, Bear, you've not done anything wrong. You've not done anything wrong, but I don't like that. What just happened? Not even going to tell you because I feel stupid saying it, but I don't like what just happened at all.
So, as you saw in the clip, I had a bit of a weird moment where I was like, oh no, I didn't like that, I'm not going to mention what that was. Now, it's because I felt stupid. If I'm being totally honest, I felt absolutely stupid. I felt like somebody had touched me. I felt like I'd been like somebody who stood behind me and they'd touched me. Not in a good way. But the first thing, when I think of things like that, the first thing that comes to mind is fake paranormal. Oh my God, he's touched me. Someone's just touched me. So I just felt stupid saying it. And I am quite a logical person in a lot of ways. So it defies logic. It defies normal thinking that something could touch you when you're stood there. So I also felt stupid for that reason. Now, it could have been anything. It could have been my imagination. I don't know. I'm not back in that moment. But in that moment, 100%, something touched me and there was nothing there to touch me. And I didn't want to say it. I felt stupid. So make of that as you will. I don't know. I can't give you answers, I'm afraid. You can come up with your own. But either way, it was a really, really good explore. And I really hope you enjoyed it because I did. I didn't enjoy it. In the moment, I hated it. It's probably the Explorer I've hated more than any other. However, it made for good viewing. So, there we go. But this week's video coming up on Sunday is another one where it's a bit creepy, but it's in Ireland and it's in a massive big house. And there is definitely somebody there. 100% there's somebody there, and you'll see why in Sunday's video. Anyway, you have... Oh, before I go, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. I want to hit 100,000 subscribers in the next 12 months. I really, really do. I know it's a massive ask to get from 54,000 right up to 100,000, but please ask one of your friends, ask anybody. Just go out into the street, just get an handful of people, take the phone off them and subscribe. Just do anything just to get us to 100,000 because I really, really would like to. I'm putting a lot of work in at the moment on my own, a real hell of a lot of work, and I would love to get us to that 100,000 subscribers. Anyway, now I've done all my begging, you can get off on your day. Love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
I need a piss, Dad. Please take me for a piss. For God's sake, get off your phone. Dad.